What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Urban Empire. I'm your host, the Birdman known as Falcon, and today should be two things. Number one, it should be release date for Urban Empire, so you've been waiting for the game yourself. It should be available now. And number two, I'm happy to report that I'm pretty sure I timed this correctly, so we will be hitting era number 2 here today as well, and actually make some progress beyond the first era, which we have seen before. So I'm quite excited that I kind of worked it out properly here. So without further ado, let's actually get into the game. I have missed quite a few of the events down here. That's on me. I've been kind of rushing it to get us ready for era number 2, so I have indeed missed a few of these, so I will be a lot more vigilant right now going forward. Right now we have the death of Beethoven. Sad news from Vienna reached Kaiserschaffen. I know that's not how you say Kaiserschaffen, but I love emphasizing the Schaffen part. The famous composer, Ludwig van Beethoven, has died at the age of 56. You'd think of arranging something in his honor. So we have arranged a grand concert, which will cost us $5,000. Honestly, that's really not much of a price for us, considering how well we're doing when it comes to income at the moment. We have give a speech praising Beethoven's brilliance, or arrange a public lecture on Beethoven. I like the idea of the concert, why not? It's only 5,000, let's do that one. So here we got +2 to the elite class. Because, you know, the elite probably enjoy Beethoven more than the working class who has to go to work every single day, just pumping and grinding, doing the daily grind here. But we got a +2 to the elite, which is perfectly fine. Let's unpause here, and one of the things I want to focus on right now is probably getting some of the stuff that we've unlocked here, like the water pipes and the gas lamps, to the other city, or not the other cities, but the other districts. Fallen, for instance, has nothing to their name, they just have the infrastructure, so they could definitely use a little bit of a boost here. Wellage has water, but no gas, and then over here in Wellage, actually we have 2 Wellages. That's no good. I might have to rename that one, actually. Why do we have 2 Wellages? Come on, man. Diverse a little bit with the names. Wellage over here, we have gas but no water, so definitely we have some infrastructures to add here if we want to go forward. But luckily right now for us, everything seems to be going pretty fine. We got some good money, and we also have a lot of party support. So even though I've been threatening, a lot of people don't like me threatening too often too. As I've mentioned in the first era, it doesn't really bother you too much. It's mostly in era 2 onwards we want to worry about threats, because you have a lot more parties to worry about. At the moment we only have 3 to really focus on. So anyway, let's actually start off with, because we have money, with Fallen. And let's go ahead and modify the district. Now, one of the things you've noticed over here is that we have a high demand for industry, which is great. It means more jobs for people. Fallen already does have a really high industrial area, so what I will do is maybe for our 4th district, we will go very industry heavy and try to calm this need for the industry right now. But at the moment, let's start off with Fallen over here. And since we have density, let's go ahead and unlock that into density. And honestly, I think this is set up properly, but let's go ahead and remove some of the residential demand is -4, so we can indeed dump this down here a little bit. There's also a demand for commercial business as well, so how about we go like maybe business heavy, industry heavy, business heavy, and we drop this down like so. It would give us less residents for sure, but it would also open up industry and business quite a bit for us. And the other thing I want to focus on too is that this here is kind of giving a lot of kind of a big boost to the off-area map, and since we're going to be building upwards, I want to start moving some of these things upwards. So I can destroy this and move it up if I want to, or just add another one. I might just add another one for now, and then we'll go ahead and destroy this one over here, demolish it, whichever one you prefer. Same thing, really. So let's confirm the zoning on this one. I will definitely add the gas infrastructure, because we do have money for that, and water pipes as well. And you know what, let's go ahead and upgrade our gravel surfaces as well, give them a little bit of an easier route. It's a really low cost to do that, so it's not really a big deal. So we'll do that. Let's go into gas streetlight, and we'll do 2 of those over here, and the sewer system as well. As you can see, the only big problem will be the Free Democratic Party, but it's still something we should get by easily without having to handle any threats or appeals whatsoever. So we'll confirm the infrastructure there. And as I mentioned, this right here is the school, which is giving a big boost to this off area over here. So I think maybe we move or put a school somewhere up here, so it gives more of a benefit to this, and our future 4th district as well. So let's go over to grammar school, and I'm gonna go ahead and place you like somewhere in the corner to give a boost to the future district as well. I think that should work right over here, and we'll go ahead and demolish this one here pretty soon. So we'll confirm the services. This should be fine. I'm not going to rename you, but I will rename Wellage. Actually, we might even rename this one, because I think this one needs more work than Wellage number 2 anyway. So propose the district over here. Yeah, it's going to get through, no problems asked. So normal vote. Okay. Let's go ahead and unpause here. Let's go into 4 times speed. The faster we get to Era 2, the better. Era will change in 60 months, so we're definitely seeing Era number 2 here today. Okay. So, Modified District is ready to go. Yeah, no questions, we're getting this one through. Speaking of which, let me check out my goodwill here. We have 4, and we got 4. So, everything's looking pretty good. Modify, begin the voting. Oh yeah, a landslide vote. Excellent. And speaking of which, we have 182 prestige saved up, which, if we need to overrule something down the line, we easily have a chance to do it now. So let's exit over here. That went through easily. That'll start getting broken down and rearrange to something new for us. National Sant'Elias Party wins the election. Free Democrats go ahead with 34% support. Okay. Second place. That's a really big margin right there. And some of my industries do indeed seem to want to upgrade themselves. That is swell to see. Okay, we have the Sant'Elias News Agency over here. There are plans to launch a proper news agency in Sant'Elias. The Free Democrats and the National Sant'Elias Party say that the news agency should be completely independent, with no ties to Vienna. The Physicrats say that it should operate under the aegis of the Viennese News Agency. As the mayor of the remarkable city, your opinion is highly valued. What do you think? Independent or under the influence? I mean, under the influence, you know, you could probably imagine, well, you are yourselves picking out the proper news that you want your people to hear. While independent, you'll get all the news imaginable. So this might be better for the people, but this might actually step on a couple of toes of our supporters here. So let's go ahead under the Viennese direction. We got +2 to the Physiocratic Party, no surprise there. We lost -1 with Free Democrats and National Sant'Elias, but that's fine. And we got a +1 security to Kaiserschaffen. Alrighty, cool. And as you can see over here, we now have some lights and have some sewers. Perfect. Over here, we're missing lights, and over here, we're missing water. So that's something we'll be focusing on here pretty soon. Again, we're still in the positive, so I'm okay with that. We have the rights of man showing up now. The city administration is focusing on how the natural rights of men are taken account of in modern cities. Do you wish to special attention to vagrants or criminals? I'm gonna go with criminals. You know, keep it down, keep the crime down. We got a +1 security over here as well. Excellent. So, money is pretty good. I don't think there's any institutions we could place at the moment. No, we're fine with that one. Rights of Man should probably unlock something new for us, though, so there is that. And with these 2 schools over here, I think it's about time we probably... I can't demolish it straight up. Required technology not yet researched. I could have relocated over here as well. I'll just wait till we actually get the proper thing to demolish this building. For now, it's not really hurting anybody. If anything, it's giving us more of a boost when it comes to, research points. So we do research a bit faster with that one there. Our health, though, is at 0, which is no good. So I think it's about time we handle ourselves a clinic. Wellage, how are you doing here, Wellage number 2? You still need the gas, right? Industry demand is still relatively high, and over here we have low industry, so we could probably work on that one. Over here we have a better spread, I would say. Yeah. Happiness looks relatively fine. Pretty fine over here. Let's work on Wellage, and let's go ahead and rename this what we're added. So, we do have money. Let's modify this district as well. Let's go with dense, which I don't believe we have over here. And let's pump industry here a little bit more. I do want to keep some citizens around for the jobs, obviously, that will open up. So we'll do something like that. Business area. How's business? There's a small demand for business as well, so we could do that. Maybe that. Something like that kind of works for me. Okay, confirm the zoning. I do want to add some sewers this time around, so activate that grid. And let's also up our travel surfaces. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, clinic would be very ideal. I could put it here, or I could put it on Wellage number 2. You guys have the security, which is over here. I can just probably relocate that, which I probably will. Just move it somewhere over here where it gets a bigger boost for everybody. So, for now, let's just do the clinic. Because over here we have the theater, right? Yeah. Let's do the clinic if we can. And I am going to place this bad boy somewhere over here. Confirm the service. And let's rename the district where we're added. So, we have Fallen, we have Wellage, and we'll be, what is this one? This will be Fellend. Sure, why not? This will be Fellend over here. Just combining names now. Actually, let's do Fell Edge. Is the other one Fell Edge as well? No, right? The other one's Fallend. Fell Edge. Combine it, why not? Okay, propose a district. That should get through as well. Easily. Alrighty, let's unpause. Get our modification here. I'm trying to lower that industry demand down, which is good because it means, you know, people want jobs. And also with the density thing, it should upgrade itself over here as well. So we have the Cabinet of Horrors. Thought that said honors for a second. Honors would be ideal. Horrors seems kind of scary. A Cabinet of Horrors has opened in Wellage. It is a museum displaying various oddities and curiosities, such as the wax sculptures of the famous murderer Jack the Tickler. It's not the Ripper, he's Jack the Tickler. The museum has gained huge popularity among the workers living in Wellage. When you hear of the museum, you think, how peculiar. I must go to see this myself. Progressive and Luddite -1. Both of them give you the same thing. Yeah, +1. Actually, no. Progressive +1, Luddite -1, +1 Luddite. Oh, so it's the opposite. Let's leave it in there. I am more of a progressive type of dude. Alrighty, so we got a +5 effect over here. District should be coming up. Again, money is still looking really good. Begin the voting over here. We haven't messed around with the edicts just yet, and I probably will be doing that here pretty soon. We have a couple of them on lock we should probably take care of, and probably take the advantage of as well. So that one got through. Again, I wasn't worried about that not happening. Let's do the edict now. The one that I wanted to focus on really was... Let's see, available edicts. I wanted to focus on the better safety conditions of my workers, so not business, over here. I wanted to go... No, it's not that one. Which one is it? Hold up. Work Safety Act, here we go. Introduction of basic safety regulations into workplaces guarantees a reduction of lost limbs, so this would give us +1 to security. It'll also give us a bit of sales demand when it comes to these properties right here as well. Let's propose this bad boy here. It seems like we should get this one through as well. I'll take a look at it after it's going through the whole debate process and see if we have to kind of like interject ourselves in there. I don't think we probably will, but you never know. You never know. Era will change in 12 months. Perfect. So we have the clinic over here, which has now given us the bigger boost to our average health, which is fine. We could probably also add a couple of parks to increase the physical environment, but I might just do that with the next era because we're about to wrap it up here pretty soon anyway. Work Safety Act is ready to go. Yeah, that'll get through easily. Now again, we are losing money because we are remodeling quite a bit, so that's expected to happen. But once the industries go up and more jobs get filled up, it'll kind of like put us back in the boost here. Alrighty, that's looking pretty fine. We have the Rights of Man, Stop and Surprise Voice, Progress Cloud. And that was the last one, honestly, so you know what? Since we have a little bit of time here, we could actually now jump over to Era number 2 and start working on this a little bit before Era 2 itself. And over here we have Electricity, we have the Statue Mania, Epidemiology, and we have the Representation Rights. I know nothing of man's rights or women's rights. Human rights are all that I recognize. So this will give us a Livelihood Act, women rights in school, elections, secret ballot, voting, lower class barriers. Also, that could be pretty good. And we get the courthouse. That one seems pretty good, but I kind of really want to get electricity happening already. Probably give us a bigger boost when it comes to the science victory as well. The faster we get our electricity up and running, the more it should open up, and it'll also give us the electric power plant, which provides income to the city, which is always a good thing. Let's do the electricity one first. Now, we probably won't finish that here in this era, but at least we'll get it ready for era number 2.
Questions of the time are not decided by speeches and majority decisions. That was the era of 1848 and 1849, but by iron and blood.
And as I mentioned, era number 2 right here. So, let's see. We ended up with 213 prestige, a decent amount of city funds, personal funds, and brain power at 16. Let's continue over here. And now we have our son, Giacomo Sant'Elias, taking over. Giacomo grew up knowing he was something special. As a former child prodigy, he has little patience with his less talented peers. While his advanced innovations earned him the fame that led him to govern the city, his true ambitions lie in research. The only reason to take up administrative challenges was to fund his scientific experiments. This leads to additional costs, but guarantees that citizens will have all the latest innovations at their disposal, which is great. And this guy comes with Progressive, Optimist, which is you truly believe in people and in good. And we have the Emperor's nominee still. This is something I think we lose in era number 3 if I'm correct. So then we'll start doing the election, so we will no longer always have the cushy backing of the Emperor. So, voted in has been the Young Sant'Elias Party and the Old Sant'Elias Party. Voted out, the National Sant'Elias Party. What happened here was the National Sant'Elias broke into 2 different groups, if I'm correct. And we also have obsolete. Alright. And also, this is what I talked about, the personal demands now of people. So by giving them a better living condition, they also, as you progress, expect that condition to be met, if not even furthered. So now, this is weird because the first time around, I ended up with 5s all across for the second era. Now I'm seeing a couple of 10s here, personal growth and health, so we do have to kind of manage that going forward. Alrighty. So ready to return to the game over here. The Young Sant'Elias Party wins the election, and the Free Democrats came in second with 25% support. Okay, and here you guys go, era number 2 finally. Congratulations, Giacomo Sant'Elias, you are the new mayor of Kaiser Chaffin. Like your father, you are already an acknowledged scientist. You had a promising career at the university until you decided to focus on politics. Extremely interested in both natural sciences and engineering. As the mayor, you now specifically want to advance research on electricity, hydraulics, or the methodology here. I'm gonna go with electricity, for sure. Okay. Now, we do have a couple of events here. Electrical innovations are spreading around the world. As your city administration becomes more familiar with the concept, a decision is required. Do you focus your efforts on finding easiest way to produce electricity, to transmit electricity, or to use electricity? I would like to produce it, if I can. Okay. So, our electrical power plant did indeed go at -20, but we'll actually get that up and running here pretty soon, and we have an honorary membership too. The people in the Young Sant'Elias Party think you are a great politician, and they like to grant you honorary party membership. Now, they are the ones in power now, so having their good graces would be ideal, but I do want to keep it neutral with everybody else, so I do have a chance of just getting stuff through without having to wrestle people, which I haven't done so just yet. I mean, on occasion we did a couple of threats, but for the most part, it's been kind of smooth sailing getting our laws through. So I'm going to say I'm honored, but I can't accept. And we got a +1 with the old Sant'Elias Party, which are kind of like the lowest ones now, so I'm not really too crazy about that. But whatever, that's done. Now, let's see how we're building up here going forward. I want to see that money start going back up again, because at the moment we are still kind of rebuilding the modifications we did, so it should start dropping, but we'll start turning around here pretty soon. Right to form associations. It is hereby proposed that all citizens should have the right to associate with whom they choose, regardless of political affiliation or legal status. Do we support this or do we oppose this? Let's see. I mean, I support it. Go ahead and support who you want to. Right to form associations proposed in Congress. A proposal to grant citizens the right to form associations, including parties and other organizations, is currently under debate in Parliament. Politicians are weighing any possible difficulties that might result from these new freedoms, in particular, whether the new freedoms might lead to the destabilization of existing government-funded clubs and charities. Okay. Well, that'll get through here at some point. I think it's gonna pass easily.
What is a soul? It's like electricity.
Alrighty, Coco, I got it, surprise voice, thank you. We're done with electricity already, we just barely started era number 2, so that's great. Good start already. We have hydraulics over here opened up for us. This one doesn't take too long to unlock too. As a matter of fact, we've dropped these from like 100 and something to 84, so that's pretty good. What do you do, hydraulics? Give me the place to stand, and with a lever I shall move the whole world. We get the barber chair, barbershop, and high schools. Well, remember, at the moment we still have to focus on our quality of life wheel. Everything has to be 5, and we're looking at a 10 for personal growth, and I think, was it average health as well? So yeah, we're doing pretty bad over here, but we're gonna start including some of the new stuff, so that'll hopefully increase. Yeah. We have the telephone as well, too. Telephone line, public library, police call box, and telephone. Banking as well. So that'll probably give us some, yeah, industry for telephone as well. You'll give us a central hospital. You know what? That one could be more useful right now because we do have a higher demand when it comes to health. So let's actually do this one now. Okay. And let's see, how is our money situation? We're at 25 a month? Okay, it's going slowly up. I do need a bigger boost here. Residential demand is quite low. And a 5 in industry. So we still need industry focus, which we might be able to get from renovating Wellage a little bit, which is still missing the gas anyway, so that could be pretty useful for them. They already have the upgraded roads though, if I'm right. I got a +2 here. Well, you guys have... Oh no, they actually can't use that too. Alright, so that's actually 2 things we could focus on here. And the industry is quite low here. Residence is really high, so yeah, that works out. Let's actually modify Wellage. I think I have enough money to pull this off here. I can do that one now, or just start working in the 4th district. Now, let's just work on Wellage first here. So you guys modify the district here. We're a bit more split. Again, money isn't as great as it has been before. But I want to drop resident here. Increase industry. Maybe like something like this will work. Trying to take a look at the colors changing on my map here. What is that? -3, right? I think this should work, just about. 47. Let's bring it up to 48. Confirm zoning this way. And we have the electricity grid too. Right. Oh, we have the power plant, which will give us the income as well increase. Okay. I'm not sure if we could do both of these here, but I'm gonna give it a try. Let's do gas infrastructure first. Activate that. It's gonna move that a little bit, but that's to be expected. Actually, you know what? Let's do the electric grid first. I'm pretty sure that... No, the gas streetlights are still there. But we do have electrical streetlights too. So why would we want the gas ones if we have electric ones now? What's the difference here? +2 and +1 is security, right? While you... +1 and +1. Yeah, so with the gas streetlight, we don't even need those. Just go over to the electric streetlights instead. Don't need both of them. Okay, cool. So you know what? Confirm changes, remove you after all. And we'll go with electricity. Start innovating a little bit here. +2 and +1. Add infrastructure. And the tram line. This would give us all districts. Increase district traffic points and physical environment. Well, we're at 0 here, so that could be useful. Let's add that one too. And last and not least, we'll do the gravel surface. Okay. Gonna be a bit more difficult get this one through, especially because we're not done yet. I do want to get the electrical power plant, which will affect our environment. But again, extra income could be pretty useful here. So... Now, I don't think you have, yeah, you don't have a radius effects. I could place you wherever and you'll produce income for me. So, out here seems like it'd be very ideal. Yeah, and it doesn't have a radius effect, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh boy. This is not getting through. Not getting through at all. We don't have enough money for that. The running cost a month is really not meeting our monthly budget balance, so this is not going to get through whatsoever. Alrighty, you know what? That was a waste of time then. Complete waste of time. Alrighty. I'm gonna probably cut forward now and just cut it now and let you guys know that I tried to remodify this, but we still need a bit more income coming in. The stuff that I wanted to add kind of really hurt us right now when it comes to the monthly budget, so we do have to wait to actually start getting some more money coming in. So I'm gonna give that a break here momentarily. And now my monthly budget seems to be going back up, so we'll probably come back to that next episode. The Physiocratic Party wins! Alright. How we doing here? Pretty good. We haven't messed around with taxes in a bit, so let's actually do something about taxes, because I want to say, let's see the city data here. How we're doing. City information. Middle class is really unemployed. We need a bit more commercial business for that, I would say. So unemployment is high. There's also a institution you could add, if I'm right, for workplaces. Well, it's not an institution, but it's something you could add when you're doing the modification of districts. But it'll basically give you an area where you could actually apply jobs to people who are unemployed. Let's just do the city electrical power plant on its own. And this will give us a bigger increase as well. It seems you guys are finally adding area to that. Well, as I mentioned, residency does seem to be kinda high. We don't need too much of it, so this is all resident-based over here, correct? Yeah. Let's do electrical power plant over here. Yeah, that should... it's kind of a split thing, but it should get through, I want to say. Let's see. Kind of even. I could appeal... who's against it? We have the young dudes? Is it the young one? Oh, it's the old one, right? We have +3 with the Australian party, and then you're also at a +4 over here as well. You have 15, and they have 15, so you're split. You are definitely split, huh? Mild punishment for sodomy, right to stand in court. So there's a couple of important edicts that these guys probably want through as well. I could probably get a better favor with them by doing some of those here. You want the right to humane working conditions. That's actually not a bad one. And the right to stand in court. Okay. Let's see about free democrats for now. Let's do a demand this time. Falcon, don't use threats so often. Okay. The future of our city depends on your choice. There we go. That should help us out, I want to say. Alrighty. Now, I do believe we're out of time here for today. So I'm going to probably let this run in the background here a bit. We have typewriter. Alcohol industry has acquired the city's first typewriter. The new invention is said to speed up writing and results in easily readable text. You pay a visit to alcohol industry to see it with your own eyes. What do you think? You recommend that all companies use the typewriters? These ridiculous machines are all but of passing fancy. No. We're progressive here, man. So we'll use that one right here. There you guys have it. Alrighty. We're going to wrap it up here for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a like. Stick around for the next episode. I will try to have a couple of Urban Empires daily for at least the next few days. If you guys are enjoying it, we'll continue going with the entire thing. So do let me know how you guys feel about this. I will catch you next time.